Hey guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel Infectious Travels. Hope you all are doing great and having a fantastic day today. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the International English Language Testing System, commonly known as IELTS, as a preferred language test for express entry process. So let's get started. The International English Language Testing System (IELTS) measures the language proficiency of people who want to study or work where English is used as a language of communication. It uses a 9-band scale to clearly identify levels of proficiency from non-user band score 1 through the expert band score 9. Following are the band score details for IELTS. Types. There are two types of IELTS examination. IELTS academic test is for people applying for higher education or professional registration in an English speaking environment. It reflects some of the features of academic language and assesses whether you are ready to begin studying or training. This approach is widely supported by institutions through recognized IELTS. IELTS General Training. It is a test for those who are going to English speaking countries for secondary education, work experience, or training programs. It is also a requirement for migration to Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the UK. The test focuses on basic survival skills in both social and workplace contexts. Modes. IELTS can be taken as a paper based IELTS. This test requires test takers to sit at a desk with the question papers and answer sheets for reading, listening, and writing tests in an official IELTS testing center. Test takers will write their answers in either pen or HB pencils. The speaking test is carried out face to face with a trained IELTS examiner. Computer delivered IELTS. This test requires test takers to sit the reading, listening, and writing tests in front of a computer with the questions presented on the screen in an official IELTS test center. The test takers then submit their answers through the use of a keyboard and a mouse. The speaking test is not on computer and is carried out face to face with a trained IELTS examiner. Time. The total test time is 2 hours and 45 minutes. Test format. The listening, reading, and writing section of all IELTS tests are completed on the same day with no breaks in between them. Academic and general training, listening, and speaking sections are the same for both tests, but the subject matter of the reading and writing sections differs depending on which test you take. The speaking section, however, can be completed up to a week before or after the other test. Your text center will advise you. Listening time approximately 30 minutes plus 10 minutes transfer time. Number of questions 40. Test takers write the answers on a question paper as they listen, and at the end of the test are given 10 minutes to transfer their answers to an answer sheet. Care should be taken while writing answers on the answer sheet as poor spelling and grammar are penalized. Marks 1 mark for each question. Reading time 60 minutes. Number of questions 40. Test takers are required to transfer their answers to an answer sheet during the time allowed for the test. No extra time is allowed for transfer. Care should be taken while transferring answers on the answer sheet as poor spelling and grammar are penalized. Marks: 1 mark for each question. Writing. Time: 60 minutes. Topics are of general interest. There are two tasks. Task 1: you will be presented with a situation and asked to write a letter requesting information or explanation the situation. The letter may be personal, semi-formal, or formal in style. Task 2: you will be asked to write an essay in response to a point of view, argument, or problem. The essay can be fairly personal in style. Answers must be written in full in the answer booklet. Notes or bullet points in whole or in part are not acceptable as answers. Test takers may write on the question paper, but this cannot be taken back from the test room and will not be seen by the examiner. Word limit. Task 1: using the minimum of 150 words. Task 2: responses must be at least 250 words in length. Scripts under the required minimum word limit will be penalized. Speaking. Time: 11 to 14 minutes. The speaking sessions assess your use of spoken English. Every test is recorded. Part 1: the examiner will ask you general questions about yourself and a range of familiar topics such as home, family, work, studies, and interests. This part lasts between 4 to 5 minutes. Part 2: you will be given a card which asks you to talk about a particular topic. You will have 1 minute to prepare before speaking for 2 minutes. The examiner will then ask 1 or 2 questions on the same topic. Part 3: you will be asked further questions about the topic in Part 2. These questions will give you the opportunity to discuss more abstract ideas and issues. This part of the test lasts between 4 to 5 minutes. That is all for today, people. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. Do subscribe to this YouTube channel and press the bell notification if you haven't done yet to get notified about my future videos. Until next time, adios amigos.